trying to figure out, like, who else it could be and what
was
their
reaching
motive
the
might
end
be.
of my investigation.
But Shirley
No
got
idea
hit
if
over the head.
Catherine
Who would
could even
do
look me in the
that?
eye. I'd promised Tony Morgan I'd find his daughter, and I'd betrayed my own in the process. Perhaps I should have listened to Catherine and left the investigation to the police. Perhaps Tony Morgan didn't need my help. Perhaps I'd failed everyone. Only time would tell, and Shirley Downs held the key.
Ooh, Gwen, that sounds really tasty. Like, it's almost one of those things, I feel like this is going too straightforward at this point. Like, I
told you
a lot of evidence is
I
pointing to Shirley, but I also feel like it can't be Shirley.
What do you want?
Please, come inside. I have something you'll want to see.
You'll forgive me if I don't believe you.
Then why did you come?
It's my job to follow up all leads.
Then, please, I'll show you what I've been working on these past few days.
These past few days you promised me you weren't investigating again. Please don't humiliate me, Dad.
Oh, we got everybody here, don't we? Even Shirley's here. Well, this might be a little awkward.
Thank you all for coming. I imagine you share some notion of why I asked you here. In short, to discuss the disappearance of Charlotte May, and also to apologize to each and every one of you. I'm sure
I've been
you
digging
know
through
by
all
now
of your
that
stuff.
I've been investigating every possible area of her disappearance, and that has meant looking closely at Dahlia View.
You mean spying on us?
A crude interpretation.
But yes.
But yes.
That's illegal. Surely.
I've broken no laws, I can assure you.
That we know of. This is an invasion of privacy.
I mean, technically we did. It was breaking and
How can you let him do
entering.
It's not illegal to ask questions, Mrs. McKee.
What about breaking and entering? How'd you feel about that? Hey?
Are you pressing charges, Mr. Levy?
I don't know why there's all this fuss.
We still need to address the fact that there's an attacker at
Let
large.
Mr. Conway speak.
I love her.
I'd rather like to see where this is going.
Me too.
Well, with my apology out of the way, let's talk about what I've uncovered.
Ooh, okay, all right. Now we get into some juicy choices, my friends. Where should we start with? The McKees, Harold Levy, or Lady Doa? I think I'm going to start with the McKees, which would make sense because we kind of started there with this whole investigation.
Annabelle and Theo. The two of you clearly have problems of your own to work through.
The very nerve of you, Mr. Conway.
And you should have reported that dog that you hit with the car. It would have saved a lot of time, and perhaps we would have found Charlotte May by now. But I have no reason at all to think you could have taken Charlotte May.
I could have told you that if you'd asked.
I have nothing more to say to the two of you.
Okay. I guess we'll move on to Harold Levy next, since I think he was after
Harold
those
Levy.
two.
You don't like me very much. I can live with that. You said
I
it
don't think he
yourself.
likes a lot of
As long
people.
as I pay my rent on time, we won't have a problem. In the future, it might do you well to extend that courtesy to neighbors going through certain hardships. But not every problem can be solved with your fists. I believe you owe Mr. Morgan an apology.
What's he talking about?
God knows.
Other than that, I found nothing to think you capable
Also, sorry guys, I just realized that I didn't turn back up the game audio.
of such a terrible act as kidnapping a girl. I have nothing more for you.
Oh, that was a waste of time then.
And finally, Mrs. Doer. I love
Lady
Mrs.
Doer.
Doer.
I thank you for permitting me to search your home. But on reflection, you really should pay more attention to whom you employ to clean your estate.
Hindsight is a blessing.
I don't think you had anything to do with Charlotte May's disappearance.
I agree.
It's a shame that your home was violated in such a way. Again, I extend my apologies that you've been dragged into this.
I love
Water
her.
under the bridge, Mr. Conway.
And finally, we come to Shirley Downs,
Girl
the second
Shirley.
victim of our unknown perpetrator. A completely innocent bystander the night that Charlotte May was taken. The perfect alibi. Were it not all based on lies and deception?
Well then.
What? No, you all saw what happened to me.
Shirley, please, let us dispense with the song and dance.
Shirley? What is he talking about?
I have no idea, Annabelle. I can assure you of that. Just what on earth
Tell
are you
them,
getting at,
Shirley.
Mr. Conway?
I bloody know it. You've always been a dark horse.
Shut up. I had nothing to do with Charlotte May's disappearance, I promise you.
Mr. Conway, I think you might have made a mistake.
Catherine, would you mind?
Smooth, thank you for the hydration.
I think it's time we talk to Miss Downs alone. Could we have the room?
I think I should stay. She's my sister and she needs
Mrs. McKee, please. Everyone, in fact. Leave now.
I think it's best you leave too, Mr. Morgan. Don't worry, I'll update you later on this evening once I know more.
Shirley,
I'll be fine, Annabelle. They're making a huge mistake. Just do as the police officer said.
I'm afraid that means you too, Mr. Levy.
No way. I would have missed this if you paid me.
Get out, you fool.
This what you wanted, was it?
I love that, Miss Doer, she's not afraid to stand up to anybody.
Good work, Mr. Conway.
Thanks, Mrs. Doer. I love her.
Shirley, please, take a seat.
You got some explaining to do, ma'am.
Now, where should I begin?
Look, I don't know what this is about, but I think you made a huge mistake. I'm sorry. Catherine, is it? Can you talk some sense into him?
I think we should hear what he has to say.
This is ridiculous.
If you have nothing to hide, then surely you'd relish the chance to prove your innocence.
You watched me get attacked. That proves that the kidnapper is still out there.
Well, let's start there then, shall we?
The glass shard, the photo, and the spyglass. Let's start with the... I guess we'll start with the glass shard.
What's that supposed to be?
Why
Girl,
don't
you know
tell
what
me?
it is.
It was found in your pub.
So what? Lots of people drink there every day. Glasses smash. I don't know what's special about a piece of glass.
It sounds plausible.
Well, there you have it.
Well, Mr. Crow didn't seem to think so. He told me you took it from the police evidence room.
Prove it.
I intend to. I'm sure Mr. Crow will be willing to testify. Let's move on.
I honestly, I'm not sure, like, which photo they're even talking about, but we'll talk about the photo
What do you
next.
have to say about this?
You've been watching me. Annabelle was right. This is an invasion of privacy.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
What are you talking about?
Well, for someone to see your charade. The whole business with the so-called intruder. You set the whole thing up.
What a ridiculous thing to say. How could I have? Why would I?
You did it so that Tony Morgan would see you as the victim, and therefore not as his attacker. I saw you too. I'll admit, you were very convincing.
This is all in your mind, Mr. Conway. You have no evidence at all.
I don't know
Well,
about that,
we'll
Chief.
see. Let's continue, shall we?
Oh, the piece de resistance. The spyglass.
How will you explain this, I wonder?
Perhaps you want to explain how you found that, without breaking the law.
I'm sure it will come to that. But for now, we're talking about you. You have nothing to say.
Surely.
There's no getting around this, Shirley.
You're not listening. It wasn't me.
Then who?
Well, I suppose that's that. Catherine, is what you've heard enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I'm sorry, it's not conclusive enough, I'm afraid.
Well,
What?
then, I suppose I was wrong. I should have gone with my gut.
Like, even if it wasn't her, like, she knows something.
What?
Again, I'm sorry I've wasted your time. Catherine, can you see if Annabelle is still close by?
Wait, Mr. Conway. What could you possibly think Annabelle has to do with this?
Yeah, she's always gonna protect her
I shouldn't
sister.
discuss this with you, but all those late nights whilst Thea was gigging, no one able to verify her whereabouts. And then, of course, there's the matter of the, well, like I said, I shouldn't discuss this with you. I apologize, Miss Downs. Let's see if we have enough to arrest your sister.
Wait.
Yeah, now she's gonna say
What is it?
something.
God's sake. I hid the telescope in my safe, but I was hiding it for someone else.
The truth, Shirley, or this conversation is over.
Okay, I hit Mr. Morgan, but I swear I thought he was someone else.
I'll see what your sister
So
has
she
to say.
did
I'm
hit
telling you the
him.
truth. Annabelle had nothing to do with it.
Where is Charlotte May?
I didn't take her.
It's very
That's
weird
why I
timing.
hid the telescope in the first place, so the police wouldn't suspect that I took her.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I didn't take Charlotte May.
You're
So
working
let
with
me
somebody.
Get this straight. And it's very important that you're clear.
Glass shard, faked attacked spyglass photo. Like, I feel like the fact that we've already brought up these ones, and we might have to again, but we haven't talked about this faked attack. I think I'll bring this up.
You faked the attack against you.
Yes. I needed people to know that the kidnapper is still out there. I couldn't come forward and say what I'd done because people would think I took Charlotte May.
Also, hang on one second. Let me I'm gonna try to like close out of one more thing. Oh. Sorry for loud Windows sounds, friends. Didn't think that was gonna come through so loud. All right, we'll see if that, I kind of doubt that's gonna change anything, but, because I think it's just our internet hecking up right now, but yeah. Okay, let's talk about hi, Windows, sorry, friends. Let's talk about the glass shard.
You took the shard of glass from the police evidence room.
Well, yes, because it proved that I hit Mr. Morgan. But I thought I was hitting Harold Levy.
You thought you were hitting Harold Levy. Why would she need to hit Harold Levy? Was it because, like, she saw him and her sister Annabelle together?
The telescope is the attack weapon.
I took it from Lady Dowa's hallway. I
Smooth.
saw my sister having an affair from Lord Dowa's window. I was angry. I overreacted.
Let's talk about the photo.
You attacked Tony Morgan.
Right, Gwen?
I already told
Yeah,
you.
it sounds a little
I thought I
suspect.
was hitting Harold Levy. He was kissing my sister Annabelle, a married woman, Theo's wife.
Like, I know it was dark out, but...
I don't think even you can separate the truth from the lies anymore.
I'm not lying, Mr. Conway.
You took Charlotte May that night.
I did not.
Then you put her in Lady Dowa's basement. Why?
I'm not saying another word.
You knocked me from my chair and then staged the attack on yourself to throw me off the scent.
That's all in your head.
Where is Charlotte May?
Talk to us.
Is that enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I believe so, yes.
Then I think I've heard just about all I need to. Catherine, may I have a word?
Like, she's protecting someone, and the only person that I could think that she would protect would be her sister. But I think her sister has an alibi for that night. I think her sister was with Harold Levy.
Well, Looks like you were onto something after all.
Yes, it looks that way.
Let's wrap this up then, shall we?
Wait a moment. You see now what I was
Don't
doing.
leave her
What
unsupervised,
I
Celine.
had
I
to do.
feel that.
I do.
Well then, what's wrong? With a little more time, Shirley will tell us where Charlotte May is. You can arrest her. This is a good thing.
You lied to me. You betrayed my trust after you promised me.
Unless she
I'm
feels
so glad that
threatened,
you
definitely
were
could
right.
be.
I really am, but that doesn't change how you did it.
Catherine, we did it. You and I. I listened to what you said, and I truly am sorry. There were moments where I knew I was crossing a line, but I did it.
You've told me already.
And I meant it. Please. I'm going to update Mr. Morgan later on and tell him what we found. It would mean a lot to me if you were by my side. What do you say?
I don't think so, Dad.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Catherine, please.
Oh.
Miss Downs, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the abduction of Charlotte May Morgan and an attempt to obstruct an active and ongoing police investigation. You don't have to speak, but anything you do say might be used against you.
We won, but at what cost? Technically, we didn't win yet, because we still don't have all the answers we need. But we're getting close. Yeah, surprisingly, Shirley just sat there just waiting. I was fully expecting, too, that, like, she was gonna, like, get the heck out of there.
Shirley has confessed to almost everything I've thrown at her. But she's refused to give me the location of Charlotte May. I hope to God she's still alive.
Me too.
It's out of my hands and up to Catherine now.
I mean, it seemed like up to the
I've
point
reached the end
that
of
we
my
got to
investigation.
Lady Doer's basement, she was still alive.
At what cost?
At what cost, indeed. Still missing 6 hours later. I thought it meant like 6 hours like past when she went
I
missing.
promised
I'm
Mr.
like, wait a
Morgan
minute.
I'd return this brooch
Since
when I
the
found
investigation.
Charlotte May. The news of Shelley's arrest will have to do for now.
Oh, we can take the brooch. Okay.
Now that all's said and done, suppose I should tidy all this away.
I guess we're gonna give this to Mr. Morgan. Alright. The spyglass. I think this, is that the same spyglass? It looked a little different. Glass shard. The best dad mug. That's your second precious. Alright. Maybe we'll look back over
They
here.
were all innocent. Everyone apart from Shirley. How did she manage to hide who she really was from everyone?
Innocent is a relative
Even her sister.
term. I mean, maybe about the disappearance, but I don't think there's anything like for us to like really interact with here. Just, I guess, taking a look at it. All right, let's head out here and. Oh.
I was hoping to return to Mr. Morgan with his daughter.
Oh.
Not this hollow gesture.
Guys, we've got to find like the final answer. This can't be it. All right. Okay. Let's go see Mr. Morgan.
I used to roam these halls and wonder what kind of neighbors lived around. Now I know all
Wait,
too
who
well.
did it? I had to go to the toilet. Meanwhile, we don't really know. But welcome back. We discovered that Shirley, the manager of the Crow's Nest Bar, was the one that hit her father, or the child's father, Mr. Morgan, over the head. But like she you know, she hasn't admitted to taking Charlotte May. It's either like she's covering for somebody or like she's scared of somebody and doesn't want to admit it. whoever like really took her.
How will Mr. Morgan take the news, I wonder? He's been through enough.
Wee. Oh, friend. The only one that's really innocent is the adorable little old lady, right? Like, I love
No
Lady
sign.
Doer so much.
She's not coming.
Like, she's had a really tough life. Bless her heart. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan. It's me.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Mr. Morgan, how are you?
As well as can be expected, I suppose. I have to say, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Right,
I
Smoo.
apologize. I thought you might want an update regarding Shirley Downs.
Of course, yes. Why don't you step inside for a moment and, well, please come in.
This is the first time that we're, like, in his home.
You can leave your things down there if you like.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know too well about, like, placing my items down, guys. I might need these later. We can leave
Please.
the flowers, though.
You were saying?
Yes. In short, it went well.
She confessed.
Well, not to all of it, but I have reason to believe she's confessing right now in police custody. She confessed to hitting you over the head and to pretending she was attacked. We found the weapon and, well, the list goes on.
What about my daughter?
She refused to admit it. She was adamant.
But you said she confessed to hitting me.
She did.
Well, there's more to the story, I'm afraid. She swears blind that she thought she was hitting Harold Levy.
What? Okay, I don't know what that means.
I agree. It doesn't make any sense.
Where is my daughter, Mr. Conway?
Mr. Morgan, I won't stop until I find her.
I'm sorry. That was unfair of me.
I understand, and it's me who has to apologize. I told you I would find your daughter, and until now I've failed you in that matter.
I don't blame
We've been
you.
doing our best.
You've done all you can. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Please, come and sit through here.
Don't mind it if I do. Do you have some tea, perhaps? I'll take it with 4 sugars.
Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea, Mr. Conway.
Oh, that'd be great.
4 sugars? Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Please,
Ooh.
make yourself at home.
Whoa.
I'll be back momentarily.
4.
Thank you. I will.
How did he know that we like 4 sugars? For those of you that don't know, at the beginning of the game, we were in the McKee's home with Annabelle McKee. She offered to make us tea, and it gave us the option, like, how many sugars would we like with our tea? I said 4. Tony Morgan, he wasn't in the house. At least that we know of. How did he know that we take 4 sugars in our tea? Can we talk about that for a second, friends? Like, I feel like I need to go confront him about this, but like, I can't go in here. I guess we've gotta just... Guys, did he take his own daughter?
Where is Charlotte May's mother, if I'm not intruding? Aren't you married?
That's a very long story, I'm afraid. What about yourself?
What does
Isn't
it
there a
even
Mrs.
mean?
Conway?
Well, that's an even longer story. She would have said that I was married to my work.
A simple, like, she died, we got divorced, something like that would have sufficed. Right? Like, I don't care if he brings me the most beautiful cup of tea with 4 sugars in it. Like, right now, I'm not drinking that tea.
What exactly is your line of work?
I'm a dentist.
Really? I imagine that pays a good wage.
Well, I'm a dental assistant, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm training to be an anaesthetist, so there's that.
Interesting.
So he has experience in anesthetizing people. Children, perhaps? Here's the thing. At the beginning of the game, you know, there was that whole cutscene where another child was taken. And, you know, they were dressed in the same outfit. So has he been at this for a long time? And if so, like, why?
Oh, that reminds me. I brought the brooch back that I found at the crime scene.
Thank you so much. I hope it was of some use.
Ooh, latch? Oh!
What on earth? This isn't Charlotte May.
What?
It's a different girl altogether. Wearing Charlotte May's brooch. Another girl. Jesus, what is this? Mr. Morgan, what have you done?
They're all dressed, like, in the same clothes. He's gonna see the picture! He's gonna see the picture on the floor!
Yes. I mean, no. I wasn't able to connect it to anything.
Is everything okay, Mr. Conway?
Everything's great!
You seem a little out of sorts.
Oh!
Yes, I'm fine. I don't think I'll have that tea after all. I'm sorry to put you out, but I remembered I have to hand over all of my findings to Catherine.
Who knows that I'm here right now?
She was 6 when that picture was taken.
Is that so?
Such an innocent age, wouldn't you say? Charlotte wouldn't have known what real danger was back then. Not like you and I.
Well,
If we try to run, like, he'll immediately, like, try to kill us, I think.
You'll excuse me, but I really must.
Are you sure you're okay, Mr.
I'm good. I left the stove on.
Is it something I've done?
Like I said,
He knows. He knows.
Is all.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You know, I thought that I was careful enough, but the way you think, you really are very clever, Mr.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I don't know anything. I am innocent. Oh, you knew. Oh.
It's funny. I spent the past few days wondering who on earth would attack me. I was as confused as everyone else. Turns out it was all just a misunderstanding.
So that wasn't
You
even
ever
supposed to
heard anything
happen.
so unlikely?
It was completely unrelated.
I was going to leave town that night. I'd left her in Doe's basement. Things were almost in place. I was putting the rubbish out, and then Well, and then Shirley Downs.
She's still alive, isn't she?
I really am glad you decided to investigate. The mystery was eating me up inside. You know, I watched you work these past few days. Watched as you pulled our neighbours' lives apart piece by piece. Getting to work with you at Shirley's pub
What
and
is he
seeing
getting
you
out of
before
the
that at
room?
Lady Doe's house. It was very exciting.
Oh. Get in the chair, get in the chair. Oh, come on. I didn't know I would, like, I guess I should have known I could have been. Ugh, damn it.
Reach out.
Ugh.
Of course, I couldn't.
From what I remember, you reached out with your fist.
He's going to anesthetize us.
You almost caught me that night, you know, in Lady Doe's basement. You were so close, but still so far. You know, I've never had to go back and check before. But after you promised me you'd find her, I had to think on my feet. She cried when she saw me. I suppose she was seeing me for the first time in many ways.
She? You mean the girl that, some other poor child you've taken?
Yeah, is she still alive? Did you kill her?
Is she still alive? The girl?
Just trying to see if
Why
there's
did you do
anything that we can
this?
interact with.
Charlotte May was 6 when she... You see, after so many years... Well, they stop looking like children, don't they?
Dear God. So she was too old to remind you of the real Charlotte May.
Ugh,
And that's
gross.
why- This really isn't your first time.
First time I did this, my hands were shaking. I was a mess, Mr. Conway. I'd have been embarrassed just to be in your presence.
You sound as though she means nothing to you.
She means everything to me.
Have you lost your mind?
I think our little talk is over, Mr. Conway.
Oh.
Believe me, I don't want to do this.
Oh, no, you don't need to do anything.
I don't think you will kill me. You didn't tie that little girl.
Oh
up
crap,
when I
oh
was-
crap, oh no.
If you were simply a murderer, you wouldn't have left her alive down there. There has to be something more to you.
What makes you so sure?
I think you wanted to see her as Charlotte May. You wanted to believe it, right up until the end.
Well, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
What happened to the real Charlotte May?
You have a daughter, Mr. Conway. You know how it is. It's your responsibility. Your duty to protect them, no matter what.
Tony, what happened?
I must have left the balcony door unlocked. I took my eyes off her for just a second. We lived on the 5th floor.
Tony, I'm so sorry.
So the real Charlotte
Perhaps we
May
should talk about it.
died, and he
You
keeps
can tell me
taking
about
these girls to
If you
remind
let
him.
me go, I'm sure
I don't think so, Mr. Conway.
Just give me the
I've
chair.
complimented you on your intellectual prowess. Please don't insult mine.
No.
Where is the girl now?
This is the only thing
She's
that I can
quite
take.
safe.
I don't know about that, Chief. Just let me know where she is. Where did you take her from? Where are her parents? What's the girl's real name?
at least tell me, what's the girl's real name?
Sophie Marling, if I recall. It was all over the papers, although I tried not to look. Funny. It made the front page for a week.
He's been doing this a lot.
Week, Mr. Conway. Then I think some football team won a game somewhere and the world moved on.
Because the first cutscene with the first girl, I think that baby's name was Marie.
Charlotte may think of you.
You won't speak her name again.
Do you think she'd be proud of what you've done?
Please. Stop.
What about this girl? Everyone's looking for her. You can't get away with this.
Mr. Conway, you've already arrested Shirley. No one is going to find her. And no one is going to find you.
They are! They know I'm here!
Please stop. You're beginning to make me rather uncomfortable.
No!
Jesus. You wouldn't want her to remember you this way.
None of that matters.
It
Now,
does!
please, try to keep still.
Don't do this! Oh! Oh! No!
Please, don't do this.
I'm just a
You're
little
a
old
reasonable
man.
man, Mr. Morgan. I know you don't want to do this.
Believe me,
Oh!
I've tried to change what I
No!
am, but I
No! No, no!
Mr. Morgan, I would very much like to speak with you.
Catherine!
For God's sake.
No! Oh!
Like father, like daughter.
I don't know why he didn't scream
Not a
there.
word, Mr. Conway. The anesthesia should kick in short.
No! Oh. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I wondered if I might speak with you and my father.
It's him.
Your father. It's him. Are you expecting him?
Oh.
Please help me.
Thought he might already be here. He said he was going to talk to you about Shirley Downs. May I come in and talk through our options?
Oh.
Back here. Help.
Oh.
Save yourself. Please don't hurt her. Please don't hurt her.
I can come back tomorrow.
Oh.
You know what?
It's like hard to control like what I'm clicking here.
Yes.
Catherine! Catherine!
I think that would be a good idea.
Please don't.
I don't know if anything I'm doing here is making a difference.
Please,
think it can wait until-
don't do anything to her.
Sorry to bother you.
Mr. Morgan, stop.
Oh,
Please,
oh,
don't apologize.
oh,
We'll talk tomorrow.
what can I do?
Thank you, Mr.
Wheelchair, wheelchair, get the wheelchair. Oh,
Wait.
What is it?
come
I
on,
haven't seen my father.
come on.
And why is his camera in the house?
Yes!
And his bag?
Oh, thank goodness we left the stuff at the door.
Mr. Morgan?
Oh no. Oh, not her too. Oh, oh, crawl, crawl, Conway. Oh, I'm spamming W. Oh, come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do, like, once we actually get in the kitchen, but one thing at a time. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. I hope Catherine's okay. I see I came in at a cheerful time. Hi, Piper. Welcome in. If we have a mod available, can we get a shout out for Piper? If not, I can do so in a minute. We're alive, but where's our daughter? Is she okay? Oh, Harold, tell me something, man. 6 hours later. Were we out, like, for those 6 hours? Harold?
Do you know where Catherine is?
Oh! I hope she's alive. He pointed that she's in this direction, but... Oh... Oh, guys. Catherine!
Catherine!
Dad, are you okay?
I'm fine. Thank God you are.
Oh, bless her heart. Her face is all beaten up.
I did too.
Did he get away?
I mean, what on earth did I walk into?
If I'm honest, I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Shirley was telling the truth.
It appears so.
We searched the house. We'd ruled him out.
Is he...
No, he's alive. He's been taken to the station.
They got him! Heck
I want to know if he's done this
yes!
before.
I'm afraid you won't like the answer.
Oh my God. That could have been you.
It could have been either one of us.
Oh, I'm so glad that they're alive. And that they got him.
Dad, listen,
No, Catherine, I'm sorry.
I am too. It's funny, I came back tonight because part of me knew I should have listened to you, but I just wanted to prove to myself that I didn't need any help.
The apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. I need to ask, did you find Charlotte May? Is she...
Follow me.
Sophie. Did they find her? Sophie, the little girl? Oh. I hope she's okay too.
Charlotte, this man is Robert Conway. He's been looking for you for days.
Where did they find her?
Are you okay, my dear? You're safe now. You don't need to be scared anymore. Catherine here is going to take good care of you.
Oh.
It'll just be a moment. I'll come back. Don't worry.
Bless her heart. Oh, she's such a strong little girl. I was like, she'll probably be glad to be back to her parents, but like, I'm pretty sure he raised her from when she was a baby, so she wouldn't even know.
She didn't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't bear thinking about.
So, what do we do now? She doesn't have a home.
Oh, that reminds me. Her real name is Sophie Marling. You can look through the papers or make some calls for that name over the past few years.
It's a great place to start. I
Achievement
imagine
unlocked
you'll want to
Marling.
come along and help.
No. Perhaps it's best to leave this up to the
So maybe you could only get that if you like figured out like
I'd
who
like it if
her
you
real
were by my
identity is.
side.
I'd like that too.
Oh. Oh. It just makes you wonder, like, how many girls? Oh. Well, guys, we got him. It's just one of those endings, like, you know, even though you won, you just don't really feel like you won. Oh. It's like, you know, we got the guy, but like bless this little girl's heart. She's been through so much and like her whole life is like completely disrupted now. White paper games, you did it again. GG. Oh. That was a very good game. Oh, guys. I just like tears at the heartstrings. Yeah, I knew that NJ Apostol was the voice of Robert Conway. He's also the one that does like all the music. Allie Murphy was also in here. She played this the daughter Catherine, and she was also in The Occupation. She's a really fantastic voice actress. Sold out. Thank you guys, the publishers who were kind enough to send me the key so that we could play it here on stream. It was a fantastic game. I feel like a ball of emotions after playing that one. And to White Paper, the devs who made it, of course. Yeah, for this wonderful game. And for providing the keys for our giveaways that we're going to be choosing for soon. Oh, that part at the end, where like we were in his, in Mr. Morgan's like house, I didn't realize until like way later that I'm like, oh, I can actually like do something while he's away right now. I like didn't realize that I was even in control there. I really feel like it was scripted that like, you know, he was supposed to come back in so Catherine could come, that kind of deal. So I don't feel like we were, you know, supposed to get in the chair and get away, but I do wonder if I could have like grabbed anything else, if it is like a multiple ending type deal. I don't know, but like despite not doing everything perfectly, you know, I think we got the, you know, it seemed like the best possible ending that we could have gotten, because he got locked up. But yeah, no, it's just not a perfect situation, you know? How dare they make me so stressed and emotional? Just like, I love these devs. They always do these, they're not afraid to go outside the box and do new things that I've never really seen in any other games. Like with the Occupation, for instance, which is one of my favorites that, you know, I played well before doing this one. With that game, it has a time mechanism to it without spoiling things that I've never seen in any game before. Even the overall feeling of the stealth missions and the levels is very unique. All of their games are really cinematic. And from the get-go, I've said one thing that I absolutely loved with this game was the representation that they gave to disability. Because you definitely do not see that a lot in games. You know, sometimes you'll have like a part in a game where it'll be, you know, like for this one part, you're taking control of this character that deals with disability. But no, for this entire game, we were Robert Conway, and I think it was really interesting to, you know, kind of get in the shoes of someone who has those struggles and that kind of thing. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making it. Oh. If Conway was in that game, he would make too much noise and get caught. That would be pretty interesting, though. And I really did enjoy the you know, seeing like the Occupation Easter egg. There were definitely like a lot of Easter eggs for Ether 1 too. Hey Charlotte, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you playing? We actually just finished up our game here. We were playing Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View, which just came out this past Tuesday. And so we just finished it up. It was an emotional mess. Congrats on partner. Thank you so much, Charlotte. How was your stream? Tell me all the juicy details. What were you playing? Thank you so much for the love. Let me do a shout out for our friend Charlotte over here, who was just kind enough to raid. Thank you for that. Seeing representation like that in games is really cool. 100% Piper. It made me really happy. So yeah, no, like I said, I've always loved the games that White Paper has come out with. So I know they just came out with this one, but I'm already really excited to see the next one that they come out with too.